before Israel had kings to rule over them, God appointed judges and prophets to speak to the people on his behalf. When the judge was a godly influence, they would lead Israel to repentance and victory over their enemies. Often God would respond in mercy when he heard the cries of the oppressed Israel. Even though the Lord, through their enemies, would bring judgment upon their rebellious nation, he also raised up judges to guide them to become courageous warriors.
I was one of those judges. I typically hold court under the palm between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country, and the people come to me to have their disputes decided. God has also called me to be a warrior and military strategist. This isn't easy considering women aren't usually given this type of responsibility. But God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. I told Barak, the Lord, the God of Israel, commands you, go take with you 10,000 men and lead them up to Mount Tabor. I will lead Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his troops to the Kishon River, and give him into your hands. Barak said to me, if you go with me, I will go. But if you don't go with me, I won't go. Of course I'll go with you, I told him, but I also let him know he wouldn't be getting the honor, but that the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. I'm sure that wasn't easy for him to hear, but no matter what, God should always get the glory. Now you may have thought the woman I was talking about was me, but no. Let me tell you about Jael. Blessed above the women shall Jael be, the wife of Heber the Kenite. Blessed shall she be above the women in the tent. He asked her for water, she gave him milk. She brought him butter in a lordly dish. She put her hand to the tent pin and her right hand to the workman's hammer, and with the hammer she smote Sisera. She smote through his head. Yeah, she pierced and struck through his temples. At her feet he bowed, he fell, he lay. At her feet he bowed, he fell. Where he bowed, there he fell down dead. That would make a good song anyway. So then Barak came in by pursuit of Sisera, and Jael went out to meet him. Come, she said, I will show you the man you're looking for. So he went in with her, and there lay Sisera with the tent peg through his temple, dead. On that day, God subdued Jabin, king of Canaan, before the Israelites, and the hand of the Israelites pressed harder and harder against Jabin, king of Canaan, until they destroyed him. Look at what God did. If God is telling you to do something or to go somewhere, despite your fears, listen to the call. He has plans that we cannot begin to understand, and hearts and lives that may be changed by our obedience. I'm a judge, warrior, poet, prophet, as well as a singer and songwriter, all for God's glory. All I know is that we may not always know what the road ahead will look like, but we need to remember that God will faithfully guide us and lead the way.